Ann Feldman here from TT for Tea, and today we are going to talk about making a trailer. We'll make a quick video on learning the iKid way. And I'm just going to go ahead and click on my play button so that you can see just a little bit of the trailer appear up here. So you see it comes in with its own special intro. The music and the text are built in automatically. So all these transitions you just see, that's something that the trailer feature just does. So if you look down here at the bottom, you can see my storyboard. I've just dragged little clips over and then typed in the text right here. And then iMovie does the rest as far as the music goes, putting those transitions in. So in just like under a minute, I can have a really professional looking movie made. And it really tells the story if you put the right text in there. You really get the gist of what's happening in that video. We find this is a very powerful way to make an interesting video in really literally minutes. So what we'll go ahead and do now is take a look at how I went about doing that. So the first step in making one of these trailers is to start with File and New Project. Then if you notice above you have the project themes, which you've used, but down below are all the choices for your movie trailers. So the one that I happen to use for this one, I picked the spy theme, and that was the one that you had just seen. But I've also used the action, the finish line, the friendship. Just depends on kind of which tone you want to set, but really just encourage you to try one of those. And then you just type in the new project name and click on Create. Now that will bring you to an outline, a storyboard, and a shot list. So when you click on Outline, this is where you can type in the name of your movie and then your information for this movie. And what it does is it pulls all that information to make your ending slide right here. So whatever you're typing in here will wind up on that end slide. Then click on your storyboard. And in your storyboard, you can change any of the text. So whatever they have already in there by default, you can swipe through and replace with your text. So whatever you feel like typing in. And then you'll see you have frames available where you drag and drop video clips. So this is really important. You cannot use still pictures. You have to use the video clips. So to get those video clips in here, you'll need to import those. So to do that, again, from like last week we talked about, you just click up here on File and Import. And you'll import those as movies. So if those happen to be saved on your desktop, in your movie folder, wherever they happen to be, you will import those, and those events will come right into your iMovie. So my events I called QR Quest, and they popped right in here. And then all you have to do is highlight over the piece of the movie that you want to use, and it will just pop right down into your movie. And then notice the little yellow lines underneath each of the clips that I've used. So that tells me right away I've used that little chunk. So then I can pick a different selection, so I never use the same selection twice. So that's all you do is you just go through and highlight the pieces you want to use, and it tells you you need 1.2 seconds. So as you drag across, you can see how many seconds it is, and when you get to 1.2, then you can stop. And if you want a different 1.2, you can actually slide that selection window around, so you have exactly the 1.2 seconds that you think would be perfect. And when you're happy, as long as you have that hand tool, you just drag and drop it down. So once you've completed that, and literally that's just drag, drop, drag, drop, drag, drop, then over here on the upper right-hand corner, you have an arrow with the white around it, which means you can play it in full screen, or you just have the arrow where it's just going to play back in the small window up here, and you can play back what you've made in your trailer and make any adjustments. And then the workflow for that when you're finished would be to come up to this share button, and then you can share it out. We recommend you use your YouTube channel and just share it right out to YouTube and upload it right to your YouTube channel. When you upload to that YouTube channel, it's going to ask you for your password. And then if you notice, it's going to default to make your movie personal, which we find is a great thing, because then if you do need to make it a private movie, you can. Or if you'd like to uncheck this, then it would be a public movie and available for anyone to see. So if you make it personal, only you or people you invite can see that video. And then you just go ahead and follow the on-screen prompts to next and upload, and your video will be available there on YouTube. Now, in the event that you'd like to just put it maybe on a DVD or something, you would want to export that movie, and it would go into your Movies folder. And from there, you would use Burn to burn your DVD. Some of the computers may have iDVD on them, but all the ones in our district, you'll need to download Burn from SourceForge and use the Burn DVD to burn those. But if you export that movie, it will sit in your Movies folder for you. You can also go ahead and put it into iTunes, so if you want to put it in iTunes, then you can sync it onto maybe iPads or iPod Touches. So 3 different ways that you can export that video, but again, our favorite workflow for that is just straight to YouTube. So have fun making those trailers, and once you make one, you'll want to make 2 or 3 or 4. So enjoy.